Hello my chicka boom booms, you already know. We did a TEMU haul and it included several makeup items. So we're gonna go ahead and try these today. We're gonna incorporate them into a look and I'm gonna let you guys know whether I liked them or not. I choose items that I am curious about, I am intrigued about, and or I'm interested in having within my home, owning. So we're gonna go ahead, pull these babies out, and we're gonna kind of create a fun look, and I'm gonna let you know whether the quality is where it needs to be and whether or not you should spend your money. In terms of the try on, I am in a little bit of a pickle because I really wanted to try these, right? Although these got all fudgy, right? Look how messed up they got. But at the same time, I really want to try this. Or the clear one. This one over here is the black one. This one is the clear one. And the thing about it is, so many people have said nothing but great things about these. Well, technically about this one. So I really want to try it. So do I skip on these and then feature them in another video? Okay, I've decided that is exactly what we're going to do. We're gonna start off by trying the Derol concealer. I'm actually pretty stoked for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the concealer. This was in the shade 6. It's so weird because it has a 06 and then the listing had a 60 or a 9. It was just odd and kind of complicated for me to narrow down what shade exactly I was going to need. And even now, I don't know whether or not this is the shade that's actually gonna work for me. It looks like it would, but you never know. So let's figure this out together. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a beauty sponge and I'm gonna tap this into place. I got requests to try the dupe for the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I actually checked that out, added it to cart. I will try it. I'm trying to narrow down my shade. But the actual IT concealer, at first I thought I liked it and then I didn't like how it wore under my eye. I felt like it was way too heavy. So I'm curious to see whether or not I'm going to like the way that the dupe or the potential dupe would wear. So we'll see how that goes when I get it. And to answer you guys' question, I did not forget. Yes, I'm still gonna do a TEMU skincare kind of haul. I'm trying to narrow down products that I'm actually interested in, that it's not all redundant. Wow, that looks really, first of all, it has a fragrance. So if you don't like fragrance, you might not like this. It's very perfumey. Yeah, I don't mind it. It smells like not baby powder, but like a fragranced powder. I actually think that looks so pretty. So pretty under the eye. I am not mad at it. We're gonna go ahead and set this with a powder. You know, it's brightening, but not too much. It looks really good under the eye. Actually pretty impressed with just the look of it, but I don't know how it's gonna wear, so we'll wait and see what happens. All right, I kind of really wanna look at it close up. From afar, it looks fantabulous. I can't be mad at it. Up close, it looks a little dry once you set it with a powder. Just a little bit. Yeah, like I'm pulling down and it looks it looks dry. Maybe, I don't feel like I applied too much, but that is my observation. And it's only under the eye in this area here. So maybe applying this would make it look better. I'm not sure. I'll keep trying it and we'll see how that goes. But that's like first impressions on that. And then I'm going to try the Langmani pencil for the brow. I got this one in the shade 1, which was their black. And I feel like the packaging itself is very reminiscent to the ABH, even like the colors a little bit. All right, so far, I'm not hating the pencil. It's pigmented, but it's not waxy. I kind of like when it's a little waxy because it holds the brow hair in place, but it's fine. It's still doing the job. And then I'm really gonna go in here because I want to feather it out. I do not want it to look super harsh. Here, I don't mind it, right? Because I have black hair. But then when you bring that darkness all the way to the beginning of the brow, then it's like too much. I mean, that's not half bad, right? I think it looks nice. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so the pencil is actually really nice. I'm gonna advise you proceed with caution and go in very lightly and then brush the product in with the spoolie slowly but surely. This took me way longer than usual to do my brows, but the problem is their browns were way too red, not cool toned enough, and then the gray was literally a gray. The black was the only one that was gonna work for me. So it's pigmented, it's blendable, it does its job, but the black could be too harsh if you go in ham, so you want to kind of take it easy. Now for the part we all love and enjoy, we're gonna play with the Born This Way Paleta by MGL. It's gonna look like this, and I feel like I want to stick to this section here. I want to stay cool, very gray, if you will. Maybe add a little pop of the purple. I'm not sure, but I kind of want to go with that. I'm hoping for the best. So let's see what we can come up with. Big fluffy brush. And then I'm gonna dip into, I could go into this one, but I want something a little warmer, so I'm gonna go into Big Hugs. This palette really reminds me of one of those ColourPop palettes. The exterior palette, like it reminds me of the Cold Stone no. And I have it too. But no, it kind of, but not really. You know, I don't know. It's very cool tone. I like it. Let's see. So here we have it. And now I kind of want to go a little deeper, so I'm going to go into the shade on this one over here. Let's start building. I'm going to go in with the same brush. I'm going to do the very same thing, but I'm just going to bring it lower. So with every shade I place on the eye, instead of blowing it out, I'm going to kind of keep it here, and then I'll keep it lower and lower. And then eventually we'll just stick to the outer corner. This is going to help with the gradients. Instead of going with one color out here, blowing that out, then something in the crease, and then something on the lid, it just allows it to look gracefully gradient in a very pretty way. Graceful and gradient is just pretty. And I love cool tones because they are soft colors. And what I mean by that is it's gonna be very hard to mess it up. Cool tones go so well together. We're gonna go one level deeper. We're gonna go into Comf. I don't know what a Comf is. If you do, please let me know. I'm gonna apply that here. It quite literally says comf. Maybe like comfy. Maybe that's what they mean by that. I'm gonna kind of focus that here and then gently bring it forward. Go back, bring it forward. I haven't dipped back into the pans a second time for any of these shades so far. So whatever I'm picking up, that's what I'm applying on the eye, and then I just move on to the next shade. I am going into the pan a second time specifically for like the other eye, because of course I need more product in order to be able to get a good amount on the other eye. But I'm not dipping more than once per eye is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna go into Cushion Cut. It's like a purple. And you guessed it, same situation. Gonna build it out here, bring it forward. I am not looking close up at a mirror quite yet, so I'm slightly concerned that there would be fallout. But I haven't even tapped out in between these shades, so I am concerned. I don't know why I haven't tapped out. That should be like second nature at this point. I never remind myself to tap out. It's because I normally do it. And I just realized I haven't been tapping out. What is wrong with me? All right, at this point, I am grabbing a separate brush, but that is because I need a lid color, something that'll be nice and brightening on the inner corner, and then I can just drag that towards the end of the eye before I apply yet another color. So I think I wanna go into You're a Fox. It's a great bone shade, and by the way, yes, this brush is clean, it's just stained. I've tried like 4 different ways of cleaning it. It's just not lifting. I bought a new Zote soap for my brushes. I'm hoping that'll lift it. If not, it is what it is. It's a good brush. It's stained, but at least I know it's clean. I'm taking that, and as you can see, I'm just kind of blending back and forth, and no, I haven't dipped back into the pan. And then I dipped in just so that I can get some eyeshadow for this side. I know, it's the very same brush. Listen, I haven't applied any more product onto it, so whatever is left, I'm kind of like going in and blending that onto the eye. I'm gonna use that to blend what we already have going on, and then blend the colors together with a little bit of this cream shade. It's like a vanilla bone shade before we go deeper. Same brush, I'm gonna go into this shade over here. It is called Velvet Dress, and that is the deepest shade we're gonna use today. Now I'm gonna tap out. I'm gonna take this baby, I'm gonna pop her out here, and I'm gonna keep tapping until I get most of the product out. And then I'm gonna move on to the other eye and do the same thing. Now that you see what I've done, right? I've tapped. Do you see the area that ended up getting that deep eyeshadow? It's a pretty big area. So if I were to go in with this brush and I kind of blend back and forth, it's gonna be a hot mess express, and it can get kind of crazy and wilder than I want it to be. So I am retiring that brush. I'm grabbing a fluffy brush that's clean, and I'm gonna gently blend a little bit of that dark shade out. And this is, I don't even think this is a natural hair. It's an old ass brush I got off of, I wanna say Amazon years ago, but it's very fluffy and it's sparse. So it's gonna move the product around without over blending and without making you lose that pigmentation. My lips are so dry now that I feel it, ew. So I'm gonna kind of blend around like this. I'm gonna grab another brush. This one is not as fluffy or wide, but it's gonna do the job. I wanna go into something that is gonna deepen the under eye without overdoing it. I think I wanna mix this purple with this gray. I'm gonna tap out for this because this goes under the eye. And again, there's no mirror here, so I haven't really seen close up what in the world is going on. And my viewfinder is a computer screen, so it's massive. But you can't see fallout the way you would if you were like actually up close. So we'll see how that looks in the end. And then down here, we're gonna do the same. What's funny is I was meaning to go straight up gray today, and it's more purple, but I'm not minding it. I think it's really cute. Okay, so I'm not dusting off or anything. I want to see. Okay, I do have fallout. It's here. Let me just kind of do one of these. All right, I mean, it's not horrible. It's a really affordable palette. Now, do I use a dupe for Lola Lashes or do I use this one? I'm very curious about both. However, I heard great things about this one, so I'm so excited. But this one, although it's really, really black and stuff, people were saying that it's great, but it's not as super sticky. The lashes won't stay. So I mean, I just want to see how it feels when it goes on. So let's see. All right, you guys, wish me luck. All right, and let's try to pop a lash on. I'm gonna try to pull it and see if it tugs. I mean, I'm putting it and it tugs. Okay, maybe out here. Hold on, let me really stick this outer layer in. I'm gonna do the trick that I like to do, and I'm gonna squeeze my lid onto the lash glue so that we can kind of hide the band. So it works, it sticks. I don't know how long it's gonna last on. Still have to apply mascara and stuff. We're gonna have to wear this for a little bit. I'll give you guys an update in the comment section as to whether or not it lasted a long time or like if within the hour it started lifting. I'm gonna apply some of the Lash Princess dupe mascara I got off of TEMU some time ago. It works, it does the job. I personally prefer the Lash Princess better. I feel like the formula is just nicer. All right, you guys, now we move on to the blushes. We have these over here, and I would normally gravitate towards either this one or this one because I love a good coral and or orange. Should we go pink? But I've been doing pink a lot lately too. Okay, no, fine. Let's do pink. Why? Because I don't know, something in my brain said, just do the pink. With a fluffy brush, we're gonna swirl. Now this is their potential dupes for the Milani baked blushes, you know, like the Luminoso and the other, the floral ones. There's a whole bunch of them that they have. They're really, really pretty, and they have luminosity within the product itself. I'm gonna tap out for that. I'm gonna start off back here. Wow, okay. Yep, I'm glad I started off back there. And I'm gonna gradually bring it forward. So it adds an ounce of luminosity to the skin without being a highlighter, which is nice. Your skin should look healthy and not greasy. That's pigmented. I'm not mad at her at all. I'm actually pretty impressed with how pigmented it is. And now we have all these lip liners, and I don't know which ones to try. I feel like pink. I kind of want to try one of these. So let's do one of these. Let's do an ombre. Let's do two. Let's do dark around the perimeter and lighter on the center. All right, you guys, we've got our winners. I'm going in with number 1 and number 8. Number 1 is a darker kind of rose shade. So we are going to line the lips with this color. I instantly noticed it's not like a gel, so it's not creamy at all. All right, I changed my mind. Instead of going in with a lighter one of these, which would be the number 8, I'm gonna go in with one from the other collection because it is a lot creamier, and it's basically the same color when you really swatch them next to one another. So I'm gonna go in. Do you have a number or a name? This is number 1. Okay, so number 1, it is definitely creamier. And yes, it looks like my lip shade. Like, it literally does, which is weird. You see, look. There's nothing on the top other than lip liner. The bottom is filled. Now let's do the top. All right, you guys, and here is the completed look. All right, let's talk about the products like individually because we obviously have to, and then I'll give you like my actual thoughts, okay? So when it comes to the blushes, yes, look, really pigmented. I'm not mad at it, and they were really, really affordable. They're definitely cheaper than the Milani ones, so if you were interested in those or you can't find them in your local drugstore or whatever the case is, look, you can find something super, super similar. Really pretty. I'm not mad at it. I'm glad I got 3 different shades for sure, so I do recommend those. The concealer, I'm gonna play around with it because I feel as though on camera it looks beautiful. It looks great. It looks like it kind of brightened the under eye and everything, but at the same time, powder I use is my Ofra powder. You guys know my banana brightening powder. It shouldn't look like that. And up close, if I go like this, it looks like it wants to be patchy, kind of like, it's kind of like dry. Almost like if I had dry spots under the eyes. And then it just doesn't look as flawless and pretty. So it could potentially be that I applied too much, which I don't feel like I did, but okay, maybe I applied too much. Or maybe I'll go in with an eye cream, which I didn't do today, and see. So I can't say I highly recommend this concealer. I love the fragrance and the coverage is beautiful. Just the finish is a little off. Any expert can tell you, you have to play around with product before you sit here and start to execute stuff, because the formulas are different. The lash glue worked. I'm not mad at her. I'm gonna give it a little bit and see how it goes while I edit the video and all of that. I'll give you guys an update in the comment section as I mentioned. So make sure you check the comment section and we'll chat down there. But right now she did her thing. And one of the hardest things, like if your glue sucks, you'll have a hard time gluing your lid to the lash band to hide it. And this one did the trick. Is it gonna last a really long time and or survive the humid heat here in Florida? I don't know. So we're gonna wait and see on that, and I'll give you guys an update like I said. The brow pencil, it is really nice. If you find the shade that works for you and it's not too cool or not too warm, girl, snag it. I'm not mad at it because it does look good on my brows. It took me a minute, you know, because it is a black and I didn't want it to look too harsh, but it did its thing, so I'm not mad at it. The Born This Way palette is really nice. At least the shades that I used were very nice. I got some fallout. I didn't tap out for 90% of the look, so that's, you know, kind of bad on me. But these were the shades on this outer end that I used. It worked out, and it's an affordable palette. So if you wanted a similar color story but you didn't want to pay big ticket prices like, you know, $25, $30, $40 for a palette, I get it. Not everyone can do that, girl. No hate, no judgment. Listen, I have my days too. So this is definitely a palette to snag. It's pigmented, it's blendable, it's affordable. So if you have it in your car, you should totally give it a try. And then the last items to talk about are going to be the lip liners. The shades here are so pretty. You're gonna get a whole bunch of like browns and like nudie shades. That pinky outer perimeter shade is so freaking pretty. These are gonna be great if you just want to outline your lips. Why? Because it is a waxy, drier formula, so it's not going to slip and slide and bleed and move around. I know lip liners can do that if they're very gel-like and creamy. On application, these feel like it's going to stay and it's going to be long wear, but if you have dry lips, skip them, i.e. me. And if you want something that's going to be soft and just glide like a gel, then skip these because they are a drier formula. And if you already have them, I don't recommend you apply them all over the lip unless you go in with the balm. Try it with the balm first and see if that works out for you. But I would skip these for me personally all over the lips. It's just, the formula is extremely dry. Now this formula over here, I'm not mad at her. It was very creamy. I found the shade that matched my damn lip. That is freaking fantastic. You get 6 in a pack and the shades are very, very pretty. I want to say I swatched all 6. Most of them in the haul video. These were very nice and it is comfortable on the lips. Like I feel like I have something, but it's not sticky, it's not tacky, but it's not super drying either. So if I had to choose one of the 2 sets to recommend, I would probably go with these. In the end, these products together created a very, very pretty look, so I'm not mad at her. But of course, I want to hear you guys' thoughts, so make sure you chime on in the comment section below. Have you snagged any of these products? Do you have them in your cart? Do you have your eye on them? And if you have other lip liners that you recommend, give me the ID number in the comment section below. If you're new here, I want to take a moment to invite you to join a little family here on the YouTube by hitting the subscribe button below. I upload 6 days out of the week because I want to make sure you have fun, ongoing content at all given times. I'm going to go ahead and recommend 2 videos here on screen. I'm hoping you'll consider checking out. And if you do, I will see you guys over there. Bye, guys.